Sure. Again, welcome one and all to World EV Day. Just in case you're passing and wondering what's happening here at the courtyard of the Bruce of the Esplanade Mall, we're actually celebrating World EV Day today, September 9th. And so we have this EV Expo put on by the Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy in collaboration with the Grenada Transport Commission. So today we want to demystify EVs, we want to promote clean transportation, and we want to create a lot of awareness and to dispel a lot of the misconceptions that people have about electric vehicles. We also have the financial institutions here that are providing financing for purchase of electric vehicles, so we ask you to interact with them as well, and a number of the dealerships that supply electric vehicles on the island. So it's an opportunity to gain awareness and to help you make that informed decision on your next vehicle purchase. So we welcome one and all, and we ask you to encourage your friends to join the live broadcast of this event on the Ministry of Climate Resilience Facebook page, as well as KG9 Blue on YouTube. So please visit as much of the booths that we have here, ask as much questions as you want to, and be as much interactive. In a short while, we're going to have the first promotion. We're going to be giving away something special. We're going to be sharing some information first, and the question would come from the information that is shared, and the winner would get a fantastic prize. Compliments the Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy. So the first set of information that we want to share with you is regards to the fiscal incentives that are offered by government for persons wanting to bring in or to import electric vehicles. So at the moment, since 2022, the government is offering 100% concession on all electric vehicles, including the charging infrastructure. So if you're bringing in chargers as well, you don't have to pay any duties, 100% concession together with the vehicles. And even if you want to do solar PV for charging, it's 100% concession on all of that. And that in itself is helping to reduce the cost, to make it more affordable and more accessible for persons wanting to bring in EVs. As a matter of fact, it is actually cheaper to land an electric vehicle in Grenada than the corresponding internal combustion engine. And so we're encouraging people to bring in as much EVs as possible. To share some data with you, as of July 2025, we have 115 electric vehicles on the island, and that number has increased since then because we've had some additional ones coming in. But 115 was on record as of July 28, 2025. I also want to share with you some facts about electric vehicles. You know, there are some common myths and misunderstandings. And the first one I want to share with you, so there's a perception that EVs can't go far, their range is too limited. But the fact is, most EVs today can travel 155 to 255 miles per charge. In terms of Grenada, it means that they can go on Grenada approximately 3 times on a full charge. So the myth about they cannot go far and their range is very limited. That is so untrue. EVs now can go very far and for very long. We're going to share some more of these with you later on, but we have about 20 of these myths that we want to share with you. Listen carefully because we're going to be asking some questions about them, and you can win fantastic prizes once you answer correctly.
All right, all right. Good afternoon, Grenada. Today is EV Day. We are here at the Esplanade Mall Courtyard, and today we're talking EV, electric vehicles. So, today you're getting all the information, financing, specs, everything you need to know about electric vehicles. Yeah? Hello. Who is doing live stream? So if you're wondering what's going on, you see all these beautiful vehicles, today celebrated internationally as Electric Vehicle Day or EV Day. And the Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy thought it was fitting to make sure that, or ensure that you have all the information regarding electric vehicles today. And so they put on this grand gesture here at the Esplanade Mall Courtyard. begin to give you some information. We will check the booths and the other vendors that we have here so that they can provide you with some information. Today is celebrated internationally as EV Day. And the Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy is hosting this event here today to give you all the information about electric vehicles, to answer the questions and to debate the myths. So we're here at the Esplanade Mall courtyard, and we have a number of electric vehicles on hand to provide you with information and so that you can see for yourself. You know, people are saying EVs are too expensive for Grenada. You hear that? You ever hear that? EVs are too expensive for Grenada. Well, the truth is, with 100% import duty concession on all electric vehicles, it is cheaper to land an EV on an island compared to an ICE counterpart. EVs are also cheaper to operate because you know you have to go to a gas station or anything of that sort. So as we go on this afternoon, we will be giving you more myths, more facts, more information. We want you to have truth so you can make some decisions. And these days, electric vehicles are the way to go. And so today, it's all about that. It's all about giving you that information. So today is World EV Day, electric vehicles. We want you to know, we want you to be in the know, we want you to have all the facts, all the information on electric vehicles. Of course, it's the better option, it's the best option. It's the environmentally sound option. And so we are here from the Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, and we are celebrating International EV Day right here at the Esplanade Mall courtyard. And we want you to have the information. We want you to come down and look at the different electric vehicles so you can make the choice. So remember, EVs, there's a bit going around saying that EVs are too expensive for Grenadians. We wanted them on that one time, same time. The fact is that with the 100% import duties on all electric vehicles, EVs are actually cheaper to land than Grenada, or to import in Grenada, in comparison to its ICE counterparts. EVs are actually cheaper to maintain as well, and cheaper to operate. We want you to know that, we want you to get that, so that you can make some decisions. So, don't let nobody tell you different. Don't let nobody make you feel as if buying an EV is a bad decision. Trust me, it's the better decision that you can make. So we have a number of booths, we have a number of organizations here with us today. We want to take you around, we want to chat with them, we want to hear what information they have for us so that we can get the information we need in order to make some decisions for the purchase of that next electric vehicle. So, see that we have the Grenada Cooperative Bank, we have the Antigua Commercial Bank, we have Huggins, we have Ariza, Republic Bank, and of course, Ecosol Solutions. So, should we stop right here? In the Cooperative Bank? Alright. So, afternoon. Alright, so, first give the stand out. Alright, so first give me your names and just a little bit. I'm not sure who will be speaking. Which one? Any one of you? Right, so we just want to know a little bit. So, can you just stand so we can speak? It's kind of better. What do you think? So right now we're about to speak to the Grenada Cooperative Bank. I want to get a little information from them. What are their rates and so on related to the purchase of electric vehicles. So first, give me a name, sir. All right, Mr. Marshall. So tell us a little bit. In terms of electric, so, all right, so from the Grenada Cooperative Bank, what incentives do you have for the purchase of electric vehicles? So 4%, 4.5% for brand new up to 10 years, and 6.6% for used up to 5 years. Very interesting. Yes. So, and when they come into you, is it 100% financing? Wow. Okay. Okay, so I am, let's say I just start working, 2 years in, want to purchase a vehicle. Let's say I want to purchase a vehicle, and I come to the Grenada Cooperative Bank. What do I need to walk? Wow. Okay. So that's from the Grenada Cooperative Bank. And how long is that promotion going on for? Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. So that's for bank. All right. So that was the Grenada Cooperative Bank. Really interesting. You can get 4.5% for new up to 10 years, or you can 6% for used up to 5 years. So let me. Wow. So can a representative of Huggins, is that Huggins up there? Can a representative from Huggins come and chat with me just a little bit? Can a representative from Huggins and at or Antigua Commercial Bank. Come chat with me just a little bit. I think I like this one here now. I like this one. Yeah. Kind of look like me there. Interesting. So can a representative from Antigua Commercial Bank, Ariza or Huggins, any one of those first? Let us stop. Evie, I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you have to offer. In the meanwhile, same time. We, all right, now hold this, so you can just give us your name. We putting you on the spot. So let's, I think I want this in the background. I want people to see the vehicle. See, you want to see, where yours is? This one right here? Oh, okay. No problem. Number yours right here. I mean, I like this one, you know. I like this one. So, tell us your name. Spicer Automotive, and you are a importer of electric vehicles. All right, so this is your fleet here? Wow, very interesting stuff. Okay, so tell us a little bit about Spicer Automotive and what you are offering. All right. We'll try not to. So tell us a little bit about the fleet here, you know, some of the specs, some of the things. Right. Oh, this is the franchise. Right. Oh. Okay. So what's the price of this one? And this is brand new? Yeah. Very interesting. So this is like a family vehicle. Okay. Mm, okay. Right. You almost enough? Am I just saying something? What? Nice. Yeah. Nice like I can actually stretch my foot. I can actually stretch my foot forward. Wow, I'm stretching my foot forward. Wow, and the seat comfortable now. Wow. Okay, so this is like a family SUV. Right. Right. Oh. And towards most families they go shopping and we it, uh, so don't have to buy the charger extra. Wow. And this could just hook up to your house, right? So in terms of installation, tell me something. Do you have to, is there any provision, specific provisions for installation? Or? Wow. Okay. And you say this is about 59. 59A. Wow. You all hear that? He's taking $1,500 off. Very interesting. So tell me about this one. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Mm-hmm.
It's fully loaded. The roof rack is optional, don't get excited bring it.
Ah. Okay.
And
Okay.
this is actually
89. What?
yeah, 80.
Okay. So just these three in the fleet here.
We have pickup truck as well.
Somebody went with that one. Wow. So so it's a wait, it was sold here?
Yeah, it was.
What? Clean that point. Wow. 92 and comes fully loaded. So EV vehicles is actually cheaper than the ICE vehicles. And it you all the features, everything.
All
Wow. Okay. All right. I think I might come back for this one. Just wait. I might go and talk to the back.
popular check out.
Fine. Yeah. So thank you so much for that.
I know problem.
Yes. nobody tell you. Listen to me, Grenada, don't let nobody tell you that EVs are not practical for Grenada. That is a myth, that's a lie. We want to debunk that right here, right now, right here today. EVs are actually practical for Grenada, especially when most of us just drive from home to work, home to church, home and a little friend down the road. Yeah, EV is practical. It saves you money, saves you time. So we want to continue to talk to some of the persons here. And of course we have Mr. Jacob from Eco Solutions. Eco Solutions. Wow.
Eco Solutions, yes.
All right, so tell us a little bit about, well, first of all, say your name.
My name is Justino Jacob. I'm a electrical engineer by profession. My company is called Eco Solutions.
All right, so
2011.
Eco Solutions, you opened 2011?
We've been around since 2011, Eco Solutions.
Right.
Energy service company, where we do like three main things. We do recycle right now, the used motor oils is the diesel. We do energy efficiency, so we have some lights here, and we have the energy efficient electric vehicles. And we also do renewable energy, mainly solar systems.
So we want to talk today primarily about the electric vehicles option. So let me talk that. So electric vehicle, how long have you been in the electric vehicle business?
As a business, we started doing this. We were the first to do this, like offering brand new electric vehicles. We started that about 2.5 years ago. We've had a lot of success so far.
Okay, so tell me something. I see you have an electric vehicle here, so give us a little bit information about it, some of the specs and so, and tell me why I should buy an electric vehicle.
Right, so electric vehicles now, I'm happy to say, come in all kinds of shapes and sizes. From bicycles, we have 3 models on display here. We have a very small hatchback type one here. We have a mid-sized SUV, regular SUV, and we have like a larger SUV here. So you can get pretty much anything you want. We have also just left, we have our utility vehicles, like pickup trucks and vans, commercial vans. And there's several reasons why you want to go with electric. Of course, they're very efficient, so good for the environment. But also, with all the conditions we have now, the global push towards electric vehicles, the government push towards electric vehicles, they're very affordable now. Affordable to own, affordable to operate, affordable to maintain.
So give me a little bit about the pricing. What is the pricing range? Because you say you have a little hatchback, you have a bigger SUV, you have a mid-sized SUV. Give me a little bit about the price.
And I'm happy you asked that because right now we're doing a special for September. Anybody ordering a vehicle from us in September get a special discount. So this vehicle used to be starting at 51,000, is now 46,000. Brand new vehicle for 46,000.
Wow.
Give you like 190 miles of range and a lot of modern features in there. Starting at like
Wow.
46,000 easy.
And there is.
Of course, you get this vehicle features things like this air-conditioned seats. You have a refrigerator in there, and it's like $89,000. This
Brand
vehicle
new.
features
Brand new.
But this one is one of the customer's vehicle right now.
Yeah,
We have
yeah.
brand new vehicle with sunroof, self-driving, refrigerator, 29 sensors around this. It's modern technology on wheels for SUV.
It's self-driving.
Well, it has a feature, but I'm not promoting self-driving.
No, we
I don't want to lie.
we promoting
I know we
it.
don't have the best roads, the best markings.
We promoting it, well, of course it's a good
It's a
feature.
feature that I have not, in the sense of the feature I've demonstrated that it works at the different levels of self-driving.
Right.
So it's at like a third lowest level.
Right.
It does have some highway type self-driving features in there. You can get higher features in the more expensive cars. Like, in theory, allow you to drive self-driving on the minor roads.
Right. Very interesting. So that's
But it would also
That's about
park, it has
89, right?
parking, so you could actually go leave the car, pick your park,
Mhm.
get out of the car, park the car, press the lock button, and it will pull itself into the park.
wow.
Yeah, and it works well, very well.
Very interesting. And this is 89?
Yes.
89. Wow.
Starts at 70 something, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. This one is high up now, so you're gonna this would be starting at $107,000.
Wow.
This one features things like massaging seats, has a front small vehicle has what you call vehicle to load. So we give you a little adapter here, and this car can power electrical devices. Right now it's oil is not.
Wow.
So to power the critical loads in the house for days. You get 3.7 up to 3.7 in this particular case, 3.7 kilowatts out of this car. And there's enough battery that can run the house for days, depending of course on what you have on, how much charge you have in the car. So in order to see you can run all your appliances. If you're in the field, you have tools to run, you can also run the tools in the field. From any one of these cars here, with this little adapter that we usually include in the car.
So you're telling me if I buy this,
Or any one of them.
Any one of them, and I go to the beach, and I want to hook up a speaker, a DJ set,
You can do that.
I can do that.
Up to 3.7 kilowatts.
Wow, interesting. So guys, you're hearing it for yourself, you're hearing it. EV is the way to go. They have a whole ton of features. You know, them things you see on the commercial, they're the EVs, right? So, in my pitch, man, tell me why you think I should buy an EV. I want to hear it from you. What do you think?
I think you want to save the environment. I think you want to save money. And it's here and now. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
So, here's the thing. When you buy an EV, no more gas stations, you know.
No more
All you have to do is go home in the night, plug up your EV, get up in the morning, unplug your EV, jump in your EV, drive to work. You see.
Here's my story. I have solar on my roof. We do solar systems also. Solar powers the business, the house, office downstairs, charge all my cars, and I still have extra to sell it.
Wow. So you see, all how you turn your saving. And that's why you should buy an EV. And that is why you should come down to the Esplanade Mall, Courtyard, right now. This man here has some EVs. Don't let him go back home with it. We want to save the energy. We want to leave Grenada for future generations.
Absolutely.
Best way to do that? Buy an EV.
I wish I could tell you the experience of driving it too. That's something you have to experience for yourself. Or you can come out and we offer free test drives, experience the car for yourself. And actually, we have a promotion on. Anybody sign up now and follow on our socials, Eco Solutions, would be eligible to get a chance to have the use of an electric vehicle for a whole weekend. Or it's like a free charge, like a free rental for the weekend, charge included.
So, wait, so the EV, that one over there is 89, you say, right?
Yes.
89.
Yes.
And if I choose to buy it, I'm getting 100% duty on it.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Free concession.
Wow. So that's why we should buy EV.
Absolutely.
Good. So no, wait. I know you're quick to go, but I want the people to know where to find you because I want them to come and buy the EV. So tell them where you're located.
Alright, so right now you can find us easily. Make sure you go on our socials. ecosolutions.gd is our website. Ecosolutions.gd, you'll find us on Facebook, Instagram. We're located physically in Wester Hall.
Wester Hall.
Alright, so you can get us information. Our number is 405-3367. Call us there.
Yeah, okay. So guess what? You can get your friend to drive you to Wester Hall and then drive back from Wester Hall in your new EV.
Absolutely.
That's the way to go. Thank you so much for the compliment. I come from the EV though. So once again, folks, we are down here at the Esplanade Mall Courtyard. What did I say my name? I'm Dwight Sampson, and I am here today celebrating World EV Day. I want you to know that EV is the way to go. There are a lot of myths, there are a lot of things people are saying about electric vehicles, but I want you to know that the myths are not all true. They are some false, and we are going to give you some myths, and we won't give you the facts as we go on this afternoon. We are here until 5 o'clock, so if you feel like you need to come down here, you need to see the vehicles, you need to feel them out, sit in them, trust me, it is the way to go. Just in a moment, we are going to chat some more with some either provider from the banks or another EV provider. We're going to get some more information and so on and so forth.
Thank
Bank can do to help me get my EV?
So we welcome you to Republic Bank, and we're committed to the renewable energy cause. At this time, we have specials on our electric vehicles and also our hybrids. We're offering our rates as low as 4.25%. And
So 4.25%, that's on brand new?
on the brand new electric vehicles or
Okay,
hybrids.
okay.
And then our terms can extend as much as 10 years.
10
10
years?
years.
Wow. Hold on. All you hear that, right?
Yes.
4.2% on 4.25?
4.25%.
Okay.
Go as low as 4.25%.
I am a communicator and not a mathematician. So I will let she tell you. So 4.25 on percent on new electric vehicles. All right. But we will focus on EVT. So tell me, what do I need to bring? What do I need to do to get my EV?
So you come into us and we'll have a discussion with you. You bring your ID,
Mm-hmm.
proof of income, your proof of address will be a utility bill or
Okay.
your certificate.
Right.
And of course, the invoice on the vehicle that you'll be interested in.
So invoice, proof of address, utility bill or so,
National ID and
National
NIS
ID.
is very important, so we need a copy of your
and
NIS.
NIS. Wow. Okay. Very interesting. So do I get 100%?
Financing.
Financing.
100% financing.
Wow.
Once you're able to qualify, but we offer 100%.
Wow. So
So
hold on.
just come on down to us, have a discussion. If
Mhm.
you're already banking with us, you speak to your loans officer.
Right.
Or if you do not have, if you're brand new to Republic Bank, then you come in and we'll have a discussion with you and assess your needs.
Wow. So you mean I could walk into Republic Bank any day and walk out with a check to buy me EV?
8 to 2 or 8 to 4 on Fridays. And you
Wow.
come in, we have a discussion with us, we'll put together an application for you. And once it's approved, we get your check and we get your electric vehicle.
What? Okay. So tell me, what other offerings in terms of EV? Give me a little bit, just a little bit more information if there is on what Republic has to offer in terms of electric vehicles.
Well, like I said, we're offering some of the lowest rates right now. And for the electric vehicle, like we said, we're committed to the renewable energy cause.
Right.
We're thinking about our future, the clean environment, so Republic Bank is committed to this.
So, okay. So let's say I choose to buy an EV for about 89, right? What kind of monthly, just approximate?
So you want me to use my loan calculator for you?
Maybe you should pull out the magic loan calculator.
Okay, so let's see.
Wow. So you want to just give an idea, you know?
Just a general
just a general idea. So you can understand. We need business, we serious down here.
So what's the amount of the other vehicle was 89?
89.
So I just round it off to 90.
90. Okay, that's fine. She calculated, she putting in the information. Oh yeah, I want that information too.
So we have going to start with 90,000 for
90,000
8 years.
for 8
It's
years.
going to be 1,108.
What?
Okay?
So 1,108. Approximately. Don't hold us to that number, right? Don't hold us. That figure includes a lot of things. But just over $1,000 a month, and you're getting a brand new vehicle, you know.
And you also have to remember that you're saving on gas.
And not just gas alone, saving a lot of things. Parts and brand new. You know.
Yes, but the extra 300 a month, I guess, depends on the distance that you're living in.
Right.
You're saving that, and you're just paying for one payment.
Wow. I'll check Republic Bank. Check them.
Do you
They,
have your electric vehicle?
I want to get it. That's why I'm asking all these questions.
Come and visit us.
Right. So ask for you.
Absolutely.
Ask for you. So give us a name again.
Kishona Palmer.
So go to this farmer. She have all the information. She can help you. You need to get rid of that ICE vehicle and buy the EV vehicle and make Grenada safer for us and for our children.
And also, we are located at Melville Street branch, we have the Grandlands branch, and we have the Grenville branch and the Caribbean branch.
So they're
we're very
meeting a day.
Correct.
Right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I will check you though.
Yes.
I feel I want to talk to these people over here. These people over here. I see some very luxury vehicles. Things that I see on things that I see on TV. Yeah. Alright, so here we'll take a break and we'll come right back to you. So stay tuned. We are still here, Esplanade Mall Courtyard. Today is World EV Day and we're talking everything electric. I don't know what I'm talking about. We have a lot more information for you.
So we're going to have the next interview here. We're going to be looking at Green Power, one of the EV dealership on the island. And they don't only supply EVs, but also the infrastructure. So we're going to speak to Mr. Shane Charles from Green Power, and he's going to tell us what he's offering today in terms of electric vehicles, and then we're going to segue into the chargers that are also available from Green Power. So Shane, good afternoon, and tell us what is on show here this afternoon at our World EV Day Expo.
How y'all doing? All right, so we brought out a Tesla. These are just for show. At the moment, we don't have any cars for sale, but we bought some cars to display. We have the Model X here, and we have for the taxi people, the people that like to transport for a living. We got a Mercedes-Benz EQV, full electric. I can walk over here, or okay, yeah. So it's fully electric, 7-seater. If you want to get inside here, table, everything. You get over 200 miles on a single charge. So that's for the taxi people, and the car's not that expensive. Like you can land one of these here for 160,000, close to brand new. Yeah. Also, we are at Green Power. We supply the charging network for the country. We do it all fast chargers. It can charge most of these cars in about 30 minutes. And we're rolling out the infrastructure slowly, but it's coming along.
So Shane, there is a popular misconception that we don't have enough charging infrastructure here in Grenada to service or to charge all of these cars. Give us an idea in terms of how many chargers we have over there that you are providing, and the geographic distribution of the locations where people can find some of these chargers.
Okay, currently we have 34 chargers installed in the country. We have 4 fast chargers. We just recently installed one at Grenada on Dusty Highway at their main office, and we have another fast charger at True Blue Bay. So infrastructure is more in the south, but we're expanding throughout the island. So we have some at Belmont Estates, and we plan on installing in Pittiance and Grenville.
Okay, great. Now people might be wondering now, how much does it cost to use these chargers as compared to maybe purchasing gasoline at a petrol station? What is the average cost per kilowatt hour for using your chargers?
The average cost is about $1.50 per kilowatt average. So it'll cost an EV like this one about $80 to fill up on the fast charger.
And if we had a corresponding gasoline vehicle like this one, how much do you think we might be spending in gasoline?
Maybe about $2.50.
So we're looking at $80 compared to $2.50 for the same range.
For the same range, exactly.
So people, there you have it. You can spend $80 and get what, 200 miles?
300. This one will give you 300. 300
miles, which you can go on Grenada maybe about 6 times on that.
Easily.
And there's no way a $200 gasoline tank can bring you on Grenada 3 or 4 times.
No.
It's an obvious choice to go EVs. So we have the Model X here. Are there any other models of the Tesla that you're providing?
Yeah, we actually have every model except for the Cybertruck. So we have the X, the Y, the 3, the S, but we only have this one here on display today.
How many Teslas do you have on the island now?
About 20?
Really?
About? Yeah.
That's fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it for yourselves. On our roads now, as of July, we have 150 electric vehicles, and over 20 of those are Teslas. So we're going places with that.
Yeah.
In terms of prices, just remind the viewers and listeners here what kind of price ranges we're looking at for a Tesla, Model Y, or Mercedes-Benz that we have here.
So this Model X is discontinued. They don't make this car anymore in right-hand drive. So you're looking at like a Model Y. A brand new Model Y in Grenada, you're paying about $160,000, brand new. And the same price for this, about the same price.
Fantastic indeed. So, folks, you've heard it, there are chargers all over St. George's in addition to Belmont Estate, and there are 4 fast chargers on the island that can charge the vehicles in about 30 minutes. There are also some level 2 chargers that might do maybe 3 hours or so. So the charging infrastructure is in place. The final thing I want to ask you, which a lot of people ask about, is the availability of trained persons to do whatever servicing or maintenance that is required on these vehicles. So first of all, give us an appreciation as to the type of maintenance that is required, And from your own assessment, are there enough of these people on island to adequately service these vehicles?
Currently, I don't believe we have enough people to service all the vehicles in the island, but training is there. We can train the current shops for people to learn how to service these vehicles. But currently, in-house, I run a company called Hail Up. We basically do taxi. All our fleet is electric. So we have an in-house mechanic that works on all our vehicles.
What is required for him to do in terms of a maintenance regime?
Main thing is suspension, tires. It's not anything major.
Stuff for all vehicles.
Yeah, it's nothing major. Most of the parts we change is suspension parts for these cars.
And the last thing, let's see some of the features of this Tesla. We want to see some of the features of the Tesla. So if the cameraman can just focus a bit on the Tesla and see, let's see what it can do.
All right, let's see. She got. Nah. Alright.
So we're remotely opening the doors. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, our Tesla on full display here.
Yeah.
Brand new, now at 160,000. So Shell, we want to say thank you very much for being part of World EV Day with us here at the ministry. Any final words before you go?
Just go green.
Go green with green power.
Yes.
So thank you very much. We're going to move around again. We still have Georgia Province with their EVs here as well. And we also have Spice Isle Auto. We're going to speak with them again maybe. So in the meantime, we ask you to stay tuned. We're going to have lots more to share with you.
Oh!
She got empty in it.
I tried to be there sometimes, but I can't.
The hair?
Which guy?
Test 1, 2.
Little to no maintenance. It's more the roads in Grenada are not good, so you spend a lot of suspension, parts go, bushing, control arms, and tires. It's the main thing because we run a taxi service called Hail Up in Grenada. Our whole fleet is electric, and the only maintenance we really have is tires. We go through tires like this. Electric is, what I tell you, try to come out because a lot of people don't give it a chance. They just shoot it down like, oh yeah, we're not ready for that. Give it a chance, stay with the car for about a few days and see if you like it. It's the power, going up hills, the electricity is way less than gas, so you end up spending way less. So where? So currently we have two fast chargers. We have one at Grenada, we have one at Triple Bay. And other locations, they're not fast chargers. I don't suggest going there to charge unless you're gonna be there for a while. But we have at Lavo Lanes, we have at IGA, we have at Belmont Estates, Seabreeze Hotel.
quarantine point. So those are just a few we have around in the South.
All right. Anything else that you want to add?
Just go green.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
So you hear it right there, go green, go green. All right, so today is International
battery done in them. We are getting battery.
Electric vehicle. 1, 2. Well, we have technology up here, but so I don't want to use this mic, no? Use it. Okay. All right. So, folks, I know you have a lot of vehicles all around me. Today is the World EV Day, and we are here at the Esplanade Mall courtyard. And so we want to have a little chat with them and hear their offering. So far, we heard from Republic Bank, we heard is 4.5% new EV, brand new EVs. Of course, if you want to get a used EV, that is 6%. Republic Bank say they're offering 4.25% EVs. So, yeah. Wow.
This is the first time Grenada is actually ready? I got to take it from the top. So today, September 9th, is being celebrated globally as World EV Day. And so for the Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, together with the Grenada Transport Commission, has put on a series of activities to commemorate this very important day. And so today's activity, referred to as an EV Expo under the theme Demystifying EVs, is really a showcase of all of the electric vehicles that we have here in Grenada, together with the charging infrastructure and the financial institutions that are providing financing for purchase of these electric vehicles. So we have a number of financial institutions and dealerships that are providing EVs to the Grenadian market. EVs have a lot of advantages, contribute towards our zero emissions in the transportation sector. They're much more efficient, they're less noisier, they have lower maintenance. Can go around the island 5 times. And so it is very important that we promote electric vehicles and that government leads by example in doing so and encouraging others. And when I say lead by examples, government, for example, is providing 100% concession and on all electric vehicles, irrespective of the age, make, model, or type, together with the charging infrastructure that goes with these electric vehicles. Even if these vehicles are charged from solar PV, the solar PV also gets 100% concession, irrespective of whether it is used for charging the vehicles or for powering your homes. So EV is the way to go. The transportation sector here in Grenada contributes 34% to our total greenhouse gas emissions. And so there's a huge mitigation potential within the transportation sector that can allow us to meet our climate goals under the Paris Accord, under our nationally determined contribution. And so government is providing the enabling environment to allow people to reduce their emissions in the transportation sector and to make transportation more affordable and accessible to all. And so we welcome everybody to the expo, and we ask you to join us on Saturday when we will have an island-wide beginning from 9 a.m. complex, going up the Eastern Corridor through shared, as well as a lot of items and giveaways. And we're asking everyone who owns an electric vehicle or who drives an electric vehicle to join us on the motorcade on Saturday. We also providing free charging. Registered to participate in the EV rally. You can get your charging before or after the event once you register with us for EV rally on Saturday. So we welcome all to interact with the various booths and stores that are here. And I'm making this announcement live from inside one of the Tesla models on display here today.
How does it feel?
Well, it feels rather comfortable. A number of features here. I was just playing some nice music, and you can actually interact with the model, the voice activation, a number of features here. Very exciting indeed. A good approach, trendy features, and all of the EVs that are here have a number of similar features that are very good indeed.
All right, all right,
Let's
all right.
see if we get Huggins.
So,
Let it come down here.
so we want. We spoke to the cooperative bank. Now we're going to speak to Mrs. George from who deals of information. Right. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my dear.
Your full name, so we, you know.
Josephine Wilson George. Josephine is fine.
So, can I say Jojo?
Oh, sure.
All right. So I know it's Auntie Jojo, right? So yeah, Mrs. Jojo. All right. So Arise Credit Union. What would Arise offer if I want to buy an EV today?
Well, first of all, you're certainly going to get a faster turnaround. Yes, we have that promotion where you get at least a 3 to 5 day turnaround. The interest rate is 5.75% and up for your repayment. And I have to say that we're happy to partner with the government in environmental protection, which is one of the big deals with the electric vehicles. Sometime last year, we did our own promotion, your Easy Ride promotion, where we offered quite a bit. We flexed our loans, our vehicle loans, to accommodate the electric vehicles. So we have done some tweaking since the electric vehicles.
So you say the amount is
75.
5.75%, and that's for new EVs
Yes.
up
Up to 10 years. You get up to 10 years to repay.
All right. So is that full financing?
Well, you can talk to your loans officer, and we.
Okay, so as an existing customer with Arise, with a good track record, I can walk in today with my information. What information do I need to walk?
You need to walk with your current pay slips. If we don't have a card on file, we also going to need your NIS card, basically.
So NIS card, invoice for the vehicle.
Yeah, because sure, you need the invoice for the vehicle. It's just the invoice, but we're not just talking. We're talking used vehicles as well, where you would need the valuation.
Okay. So, folks, you can check out Ariza. Ariza have their special
75.
5.75%, and that's for new EVs up to 10 years repayment, full financing if you talk to your loans officer and they agree with you. Yeah? Thank you so much, Ariza.
You're most welcome.
We are here at the Esplanade Mall and we are talking electric vehicles. Today is World Electric Vehicle Day or EV Day, and so we want to encourage all of you. You can get a brand new vehicles with state-of-the-art features for just as low as $89,000. And if you import your EV, if you import your EV for yourself, you'll stand to get 100% concession on import. So, guys, check. Mr. Thompson. Huggins. All right, so the good folks from George F. Huggins, Huggins. Yeah. Want to go over to George F. Huggins? You can go. Put that on the table. The card one. Yeah. Over that right vehicle is fully electrical. Right, all right. So, good day, sir. I hear that. Yeah. Right. So tell us a little bit about this vehicle here. How can folks get their hands on it? And what some of the features, specs?
So, we have MG and the Hyundai model. We have on display the Hyundai Kona. This here is 49.2 hours.
So you see as well you have MG. MG is a brand that not so popular in Grenada. So tell us some of the fully electric MG vehicles that Huggins have to offer us.
Presently, what we have
From the government of Grenada, carry it.
with a range of
Wow. Okay. All right. And you said Nissan. Nissan was fully electric too? Just for clarity. Very interesting stuff. Thank you so much, Huggins Ultimate. All right. So we're still here at Esplanade Mall Courtyard. We're talking everything electric vehicles today, and we have some more information for you shortly. All right, so the Ministry of Climate Resilience, Environment, and Renewable Energy, we are here today to talk about electric vehicles, everything electric vehicles, all that you need to know. We have some models on view here that you can see, you can sit in, you can experience. We have banks and credit unions here. So we have a wide range. Whichever you're dealing with, they are here, and they can give you some information on how you can purchase your electric vehicles. We want you to go EV, go electric vehicles, save money, save time. So remember folks, we are here until 5 in the PM. We want you to come on down. If you're home, you're listening, you still have about an hour and a half to come check us here at the Esplanade Mall Courtyard. We have a lot of information for you. We have some giveaways as well. So yeah, we want you to come and be a part, come and see the vehicles, come and sit in them. We want you to have a feel. It's 100% electrical vehicles here. There are a lot of options. There are family types, there are for single people, there are for couples, there are for big families, small families. We have you covered. Come and check us out down here at the Esplanade Mall. Yep. So, guys, listen now. There's another rumor, another myth going around saying if you buy electrical vehicle, that is going to shoot up your Grenada bill. We want to debunk that. Right now, we want to debunk that. That is not true. The truth is, charging for 60 miles of driving costs about 15 EC dollars, right? In comparison to $40 to $50 in gas for the same distance. So imagine, for driving $15, right, for 60 miles in an EV, as compared to maybe about $40, $50 in your ICE vehicle. Think about it. That is saving. That is savings, yeah? So don't let them fool you and tell you, oh, if you buy an EV, your electric bill will shoot up. That is not the truth. As a matter of fact, you are actually going to save money because for 60 miles of driving in an EV vehicle, you are only going to spend about $15, right? And that in comparison to the ICE vehicle is about $50 to $60, yeah? So, yeah, EV is the way to go. So, in a good mood, I feel like I want to give away something. So, I have a question. If you're here at the court or you're online, answer this question and I'll give you something. The question is, how much percentage of duty-free concession is offered on new electric vehicles? What? I don't like that, but I feel like it. Never. All right. So tell me the answer. 100% concession.
On new electric vehicles and 75% off on those
What? A fine man. You were very good, you know. I will still give the price. Alright, so Nicole, take your question. We'll ask another question. Alright, so as of the ending of July, that's the next question. As of the ending of July 2025, how many fully electric vehicles are currently on Grenada? So on the island, how many fully electric vehicles there is on the island currently? Give me the answer, give me the number, and you get yourself a prize. Anybody? Wow. Come. Or is it constable, sergeant, inspector, corporal, assistant commissioner? Corporal Michael Redhead. You don't want to see his first name. So give me that. 150. The man is going to get on this token. Oh, let's get the man. Well, the man just take the bag and pay. 150. Should I give away something else? I want to give away something else. Give me that one. Alright. I'm feeling nice. I really feeling generous. So tell me, we have a number of EVs on display today. Give me the name of 3 of those brands and you're winning something. I want 3 of the brands of EV they calling me alone. I want 3 names of the electric vehicles on show here today and you're going to win something. Oh, come on. Not easy. 3, the names of 3 electric vehicles on display today and you're winning something. I hear a lot of things shouting in there. If I look up in front of the mic, they didn't win. So, come on, tell me. Yeah, 3. What? Man, give name, date, and model. Alright, so get a little something. You want your whole band here. Alright. There you go. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah? So, guys, we're still here. We're still talking electric vehicles. It's a way to go. Yeah? So, we are here with you until about 5. We want you to come on down here at the Esplanade Hall courtyard. We have a whole bunch of things for you. So, Republic Bank, they say they have a question. What is the lowest rate for the purchasing of an electric vehicle on the island? You give us that number, you get a gift from Republic Bank, Grenada. Only gold. They go to Malo. Why you go so high? Say that again, I say low. Alright, well, Republic Bank can give it on real quick. Wow. Oh yeah, festive down here, we're giving away things like crazy. So the lowest interest rate for the purchase of a new electric vehicle in Grenada is 4.25. And that's offered by Republic Bank Grenada Limited. Big up to Republic Bank. Big up to Grenada Cooperative Bank, Ariza Credit Union. All, thank you so much for ensuring that we stay green, go green. Alright, so we're going to a little special interview. I want to stand up right here. And we want to invite Inspector Pancho from the fire department of the Royal Grenada Police Force. We are about to debunk some myths when it relates to EVs. Where Inspector? Inspector, come talk to me now. Just 1, 2. Mr. DJ, can we get some mic power testing? Just one. All right. Good afternoon, Inspector. So I hear, by the way, that you just came from a very, very important course, and that is responding to. Oh, you tell us.
So my name is Adrian, I'm the Inspector of Police at National Fire Department. And last week I visited the beautiful island of Antigua and Barbuda, not as beautiful as Grenada,
Of course not.
I attended a training there, and the name of the training was EV Incident Response Training for First Responders. So I represented Grenada in that training, and there was a lot of information as relates to electrical vehicles and responding to incidents involving electrical vehicles.
So, you hear that? If you buy an EV, we have a man trained on the island to respond if you have any kind of incident. So tell us, what are some of the incidents that one can have with an EV, and what are some of the tactics in responding to those?
As any other vehicle, you can have accidents with electrical vehicles. So, as it relates to electrical vehicles, most persons should be aware that these vehicles are powered by lithium-ion batteries, and these batteries, they can be damaged, you can have factory faults, and these things are what can actually cause one of these batteries to actually go into what we call thermal runaway and cause a fire. However, just as any other vehicle, the chances of that happening is rather slim. It definitely has to be a damage.
Hold on. The chances of that happening is what?
Very slim.
Very slim. Are you hear that right? Are you hear that? Oh, go ahead, go ahead,
Yes.
go ahead.
So, just as a normal vehicle, you can have an issue with one from factory fault, so you can have a fire resulting from that. And I can tell persons here that I am one of 4 fire investigators here in Grenada, so I investigate most of the major fires here in Grenada. Presently, we are spread across the Tri-Island State, so most of the fires within the St. George's area, I'm responsible for them. So I can tell you what most of the causes are. And a lot of times we have vehicular fires. It has a lot to do with the electrical installation that is done not more so by manufacturers, but more so for music and so forth. So you can have fires resulting from that. So as it relates to electrical vehicles, for you to have a fire in one of these vehicles, it has to be either that there was an original factory fault from the manufacturers, or there was an accident that damaged the battery and then causing that fire.
So one of the myths is electrical vehicles have batteries in this kind of climate where it's hot. It's real hot right now, but real hot. People tend to think that the batteries either will swell, or they will burst, and they will cause fire, and so on and so forth. You're saying that that is not true.
Based on the training that I received and also my personal research, that is not true. A lot of the vehicles are manufactured with a system that actually allows it to cool. So in areas like ours, in our region when the sun is very hot, you have these batteries designed with cooling system. On the opposite side, the vehicles are shipped to areas that are very cold in the United States. They actually have systems that will warm the batteries. So you have that dual system where it will cool or warm based on the temperature outside. So definitely, the myth that it will just, because it's very hot here, these batteries will swell and cause fire is definitely untrue.
So, one of the so I buy an electric vehicle, I hook up the charger at my home. You're telling me that the charger hooked up to my house is very safe?
Yes. Once the installation is done by a qualified technician, it would be very safe.
And also, you're telling me, because you went on the training, that the Royal Grenada Police Force Fire Department is now able to effectively respond to any kind of EV-related accidents that may lead to fires and so on and so forth.
What I can tell you is that we're on our way, because presently I'm drafting a schedule where I'll go through all the outstations within the Tri-Island State to give that same training to persons that have the same information and they know exactly what to do, whether it be a vehicular accident that we just responding to a fire or in extricating persons.
So, Grenada, you hear that? RGPF is ready, and they're getting even more ready to be able to respond in the event that they may have a fire relating to your EVs and so on. So RGBF is on the ball. So Inspector, any other thing you want to tell us, any information you want to give us, you want to give us a little insight? Give us something.
I just want persons to bear in mind that we have to be safe. Whether it be an electrical vehicle, a hybrid vehicle, or a regular vehicle, being safe on the road is very, very important. So we ask persons to drive with due care and attention on our nation road. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. I am so happy to hear that the Royal Grenada Police Force is getting up there with the technology. They are able now to respond, in the event that there is an accident or so with an electric vehicle. They can respond. The fire department can respond. I'm happy. I see a corporal smiling, so I think you're happy with that too. Corporal? Yeah. Give me the thumbs up. Yeah. Alright guys, we'll just take a short break. We'll be back with you about 5 to 4. And we have some more information for you. But in the meanwhile, we're just taking a short break. Mr. DJ. yours. You can drive home in comfort and style. I'm giving away things, so I should give me something. All right, folks, so we are here at the Esplanade courtyard, rather, sorry. And we are talking everything electric vehicles. We're talking everything electric vehicles. We have a number of vehicles on showcase here today, and we want you to come on down. We have the banking institutions, we have the credit unions here. Everybody's ready. All you have to do is show up today, get your, and you can drive with an EV, with an electric vehicle. You'll be saving some money. Smith. With Smith.
Junior Ferris. Junior Ferris.
I'm not sure. I don't even know who that is. What next? What next?
Ariza.
We did Ariza already? Yeah.
So let me just talk about something. Vintage tours. Most of you would have seen the antique looking vintage vehicle. That is also available for tours in St. George's, and the price range from $15 per person, and you can do an hour tour throughout or around St. George with an electric antique vehicle vintage tours. We also have the ride-along e-bikes, for which you can do tours around St. George as well. And right here in front of the courtyard, we want to recognize ride-along and the e-bikes that are also part of the electric mobility movement here in Grenada. So again, we welcome you and we ask you to interact as much as possible. We still have some more giveaways, and so stay with us. There's lots more to come.
Yep. Give myself an EV vehicle there. Oh, I'll never do that, boy. I'll never be legal to do that. I want that. So we're talking information. We have some more stuff to give away. Oh, I'm trying to stay away from that sun. Right. So we still invite the electric vehicles that we have to offer. We have the Tesla Model X. We have the Mercedes. I feel like what I ride in a Mercedes Benz. I'll have a party. I'll never do that. I'll ask. All right, guys. So we want you to come on down. We want you to be a part. We want you to ask questions. We have the banks. We have the credit unions. Everybody right here. All the information that you need is here. So come on down. Get in the know. Good to see you. Huh?
How much is the model? I thought it was going to be a lot more. I thought it was going to be a lot more.
Why? I don't think so.
Alright, good to see you.
Yeah, take care. You want to do a giveaway now? town of St. George, and we're talking everything today, electric vehicles. We want you to come on down, come and interact for yourself. The banks are here, the credit union is here. They can give you a quote as to how you can purchase your own EV vehicles. Remember, World EV Day, World Electric Vehicle Day. And so we want to ensure that you play in ensuring that there is a more sustainable Grenada. Yes, baby. I am working. What are you doing? You're doing what? We have a number of agents right here, ready to information, dispel the myths and the rumors. Any question that you have, they are on hand and they can answer. Yes, baby? I am working. What are you doing? Because I'm working. You don't want daddy to work? So many folks are here, they're taking pictures, they're asking questions, they're interacting. To come and check us out here at the Esplanade Mall. EV Day, we're talking everything electric vehicles. Dispelling the myths, dispelling the rumors, we're answering your questions. Yes, baby. I am doing something. I'll call you when I reach home, okay, baby? I'll call you later when I reach home.
The refreshments.
Somewhere over there.
Saturday. Saturday the complex gonna be some down and free charges.
So guys, remember this Saturday, we have EV, electric vehicle, island tour right around Grenada. We're leaving the ministerial complex at 9 a.m. and we're going up the western, down the eastern. Free charging for all those who are ready. If you have an electric vehicle in Grenada, feel free to call the Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy. Register yourself. Let us encourage all the Grenadians to buy electric vehicles. The rates on those are real good. They're super good. So remember, is this coming? This come in Friday. This coming Friday. Saturday, isn't it? Yeah, Saturday. So is this Saturday? Starts at 9 a.m. We're going up the western corridor, coming down the eastern corridor. It's all about electric vehicles. We want, and of course, if you need some charge, if you need charge, free charging once you register. So call the Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, and register today. As of June 30th, 2025, we had 150
electric vehicles on Grenada. We want to increase that number. Let's see if we can get to 300 by the end of December. Today on get you an electric vehicle. Join the EV revolution in Grenada.
So we want to recognize our partners with the Ministry of Climate Preservation and Energy and the Grenada Transport Commission. We want to say Automotive, Eco Solutions, Vintage Taxi and Tours, Ride Excursion and Tours, Green Power and Hail Up, the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission. We also Cooperative Bank, the Antigua Bank Grenada Limited, the Grenada Development Bank, and the Republic Bank Grenada Limited. These are our partners here this afternoon as we celebrate World EV Day. And so we want to say a special thank you to all of you and to you who have come out here and looked at all of the EVs, the BYD, cars, and all the others that are here. We look forward to you being with us on the motorcade on Saturday. It's going to be around the island. We're going to be promoting EVs, demystifying. Road traffic. And so and present a green. We want to also say to you that we have local technicians. They've trained. In general. So we welcome you and we ask you to be part of this transformation and be part of this drive as we promote vehicles throughout the length and breadth of Grenada. vintage tours. If you need a 1-hour tour through St. George's, you can tours in that. Take you on a 1-hour around St. George's. If you want to do anniversaries, there for you. And then we also have ride excursions, the e-bikes. You can also book them to do all of your city tours and terrain rallies and so on. Ride excursions are also here.
So we have from vehicles, we have SUVs, cars, hatchback cars, we have bus, we have electric bike, we have tour vehicle, everything you need, everything, Mrs. Smith, EV, electric vehicle.
That's right. EV Day. So we're gonna have a short word with us to know what vintage stores are offering to the public.
About World EV Day.
Come and say something.
Outside there, so we have the owner of vintage stores. Good afternoon, sir. Just give us your name. Just give us your name. Hold on. A bit of information. Everything. Yeah, we don't want nothing. All right. So, vintage stores. Give us your name and just give us a little background on vintage stores.
So I'm Gary Jones, originally from Auburn, owner of Touch of Spice Taxis and Tours. And Vintage Show, the idea is basically came about from one of the posts that I saw from the National Trust. It was back in the 1914 thereabout, where we had a similar looking car like this here in Grenada. And one day while I was venturing in search of, adding new transportation to my company, I've noticed that I came across this car online. And I was like, I think that's a great idea. I think it's something that people is going to gravitate towards. So I decided to take the initiative and bring it in on the island. And so far, the love has been, what would I say, more than what I expected, though.
Okay, so you got a little background. So tell us, are you planning to expand your fleet, add more of those, or what is the future?
Most definitely. For now, we are still in the testing phase, I would say, just to see how the car runs on our road infrastructure here before we decide to expand, though. So that is something we definitely have considered for the future, though.
So tell me, in terms of the response to this particular vehicle, what has the response been like?
The response definitely exceeded my expectation, the love from the local people, the attention that it grabs from the locals, and even from the cruise ship we had last Friday. I mean, it's only been positive feedback, so I'm extremely happy, and thanks be to God, though, for everything seems to be going the way that I expected it to go, though.
All right, so thank you so much. That's Vintage Stores. Oh, yes, give us a price.
So we do basically 45 minutes to 1 hour ride around the city just to preserve the battery life and to try to capitalize on it as much as possible. So it's about 40 EC for one person, and we try to do about 4 to 5 individuals based on our carrying capacity. We do not want to put extra strain on the motor. So again, 40 EC for local, and minimum is 4 people that we actually offer the tours to.
So tell us, in terms of the battery life, you mentioned that. So about how many tours can you do on a single charge?
So on a single charge, we will do at least 5 strips around the city, reaching as far as Foodland and the Lagoon and back, within that 45 minutes to 1 hour.
Wow. And in terms of the charge, what do you, in terms of charge to cash, gas money? Give us a
Well,
ratio.
on average, just yesterday we would have charged a 50% charge. From Friday we'd have used 50% charge of the battery, and when we would have did the calculation, it would have rounded up to roughly about $10 or so EC, in comparison to $40 to about $50 for gas.
Wow.
In a regular fuel combustion engine car.
So $10 for the charge in comparison to ICE engine,
with 50, 40
That's correct.
Wow. That's good. So,
it is.
So that should encourage you to expand your fleet.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
Okay. So all the best. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Continue to invest in electric vehicles and your part.
Awesome. Oh, sorry.
How powerful are these electric vehicles? And I can tell you for speed and torque, they have a lot more power. They have something that is called instant torque that can move from 0 to about 80 miles per hour in just about 5 seconds because there are no gears to change, it's just press and go. And even to take off on a hill, you can get more speed with them on a hill with load than the conventional type vehicles. So especially if you have one that has what we call a dual motor, it's even more powerful than the single motor ones. So there's extra power climbing hills, unlike what people believe in the past, that these vehicles cannot climb our hills here. They have been designed now with instant torque and higher torque levels that allow them to climb hills and to move up faster and to carry more loads around.
Wow.
These are extremely fast vehicles, and if you had the opportunity to test drive one, this can move from 0 to 60, 70, 80 miles per hour in a matter of seconds.
Yeah. Very good with speed and comfort. So even if for the comfort, the reliability. Once you charge, just jump in, turn your key and go.
And the features that these vehicles have is incomparable to the other conventional vehicles. We saw some of these features on the Tesla a while ago, even the BYDs, the iCherries, the you would not find ordinarily in the regular cars. So definitely for people who purchase vehicles now.
The BYDs are very popular, so definitely you know that they are very good.
Georgia Huggins is just one of our legacy car dealers, the first to start bringing in the electric vehicles. They have the MGs, they have the Hyundai Kona, there's a Kona on display here today, and they also have the X-Trail e-Power, which is a variant of the. So again, we're encouraging all of the legacy car dealers to get on board. We understand there is another legacy car dealer of electric vehicles. So there will be more options for you to purchase your electric. And to remind you, we're streaming live on the internet, on the Ministry of Climate Resilience page, also on KG Blue, both on Facebook and also on YouTube. So you can ask people to tune into the live and to participate and gain as much information as possible on this World EV Day. Join us on Saturday for the EV rally around the country. We are going to be having a massive showcase of EVs going around the country.
EV call, of course, because there are some coming on the western, so you can see for yourself that those EV on the road, they can provide you with durability and comfort even while you're driving up those hills and curves on the western corridor.
We're going to try to do a final giveaway. Fantastic prize. The Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment, and Renewable Energy.
Definitely. So remember, it's World EV Day, World Electric Vehicle Day 2025, and this is the first, is the inaugural EV Day celebration right
now. Put a little package show me again with them thing and a bag.
We have
put them flyers in it too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 vehicles.
So we ain't giving away the bottles.
Wow.
So
10 electric vehicles, all on showcase here for you to see.
Take it out.
You
Just
can
give
make
the
your
notebooks
choice.
and flyers.
You can choose, you can buy. The banks are here, the credit union are here.
Chris, give us a question.
Ready and willing to assist you and provide you all the information you need. Yep.
You come into mine.
With the flyer, with the pull that, if you will get one from me.
The good folks at the NG unit, they are working overtime to ensure that when you buy your EV, that you don't have to worry about technician, you don't have to worry about if you get in an accident and what will happen. The Royal Grenada Police Force is now trained to respond to incidents related to EV vehicles. We are getting up to the time here in Grenada.
Oh, this one is nice.
I'm trying to figure out how we gonna ask that question. Okay, I have a question. So Dwight, I do have a question, and that question you had to be today. So earlier on today, when we were interviewing Green Power, and we were asking about the chargers throughout Grenada, they gave us an approximate number of chargers that are currently installed throughout Grenada. So can anybody tell us at least how many of these electric chargers are installed throughout the length and breadth of Grenada? These electric chargers at least are available to electric vehicle users throughout Grenada. Yeah? So that's the correct answer. At least 30 chargers have been installed. And just a follow-up question, you have already won the prize. How many of these are fast chargers? How many of the 30 plus are fast chargers? So the answer is not 2. It's a little more.
Over 25?
No, much less than 25. Less than 50.
Less than 15.
How many of the 30 plus are fast chargers? Does anybody know? So the answer is 4. The answer is fast chargers. That's why we have a little package. Not to show myself. Okay. Somewhere in the south of the island.
Somewhere in the south of the island.
We have more stuff?
Okay. So guys, remember it's World EV Day. It's World EV Day. And we're here with the Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy. And we are celebrating Electric Vehicle Day.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to recognize the Honorable Minister for Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, the Honorable Kirin James, our dear Minister. She is here with us this afternoon to help us celebrate World EV Day. And so, Minister, we welcome you. We have it in the car, you know.
Come, Minister.
We welcome you, Minister.
Come chat to me, Minister. I want to hear from the Minister.
Get Minister t-shirt.
That's fine.
We have it here.
Yeah.
Right. So Minister, I'll just have right by me. This side, right next to me. I hope stand next to this beautiful minister that look a little extra handsome.
Handsome? Handsome for man?
No, I mean I look handsome.
Beautiful. Oh yeah, you look. Oh, you hope you look handsome. Yes, of course, of course.
All right. So good afternoon, the Honorable Kirin James, Minister for Climate Resilience and Energy, Environment and Renewable Energy. I've been saying all day. So Minister, good afternoon. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Tired, but I think I need a charge.
Yeah?
I need a fast charger.
Say less, say less.
So tell me, what do you feel about this initiative today?
I think for us here in the Ministry of Climate Resilience, Environment and Renewable Energy, as you know, we have a mandate to transform and to diversify our energy sector. to have an increased penetration of renewable energy in the mix. One such sector underneath that overarching broad banner is to ensure that we can electrify the transportation sector. It is one of the biggest sectors that has our carbon emissions at a very high rate here in the island. And so I think bringing awareness to the people who we want to help us on this journey is something that I must commend the Renewable Energy Division for. Oftentimes we travel, our ministry is a traveling ministry, and most times our constituents, my constituents and Grenada on a whole don't really understand why it is that we travel. Yeah. So to have these initiatives at the local level, not only to bring the awareness of what is available for renewables or electric vehicles or hybrids, but to also have the banking institutions here with us, it's really a good opportunity for us. What we've seen happening over the years, even before I got into office or we got into office, many persons would have wanted to go that route to bringing in hybrids or electric vehicles. Some of our insurance companies here on island, they were a bit scared because it was new to them. Even the banking institution as well too, in terms of giving loans to persons, that was something that was far-fetched. And so to see that they have come full circles, I see Republic Bank, excuse me, or pardon, I see Co-op Bank tent. I haven't got down to that area as yet, but you have seen how these banking institutions now has really transformed how they do business, and they have stepped out of their comfort zones, and they are now promoting renewable energy. And that is the kind of public-private partnerships that we want to see replicated on our island, and to see our school children out here, to see persons who coming out from work out here, persons who are just passing by doing their business, coming and stop. It will help them to edify them. One, EV is the way to go, and electric vehicles is the future, and it is here and it is now. And two, to also give the young people an opportunity now. Some of them are in Form 3, Form 4, Form 5. The school term has just started, and so they have an opportunity now to pick subject areas that can really and truly help us in terms of bringing modern career jobs within the region. The Renewable Energy Division is still grossly understaffed here in the Caribbean, not only for Grenada, but we don't have that much engineers, we don't have that much technicians, mechanics dealing with electric vehicles and hybrids. So it's an opportunity for our young persons to get one-on-one with the minister, with the technical officers in the ministry to learn more about the job from a policy level, but it's also an eye-opening experience for them to look into new professions that is needed for the now.
Well, definitely, Minister, because when I got it and I saw so many EV vehicles, I was a bit shocked. I didn't realize that we have this tour. And of course, for some of us who have traveled to places like China, we definitely see that there are a lot of EV vehicles there. But one of the things that I want to say is that your ministry has been championing this from day one in terms of the use of electrical vehicles and so on, and have put a lot of legislation, a lot of policy in place to ensure that Grenadians go EV. One of the things that I've learned today so much is the pricing. You know, the deterrent over the years for us, most of us in Grenada, we would have bought a used Japanese vehicle or so. But for the price of a used Japanese vehicle, you could actually buy a brand new electric vehicle. And I think that's one of the things that has to be emphasized and one of the things that has to be pushed. But I want to know a little bit about your vision, your personal vision in terms of you have traveled a lot, as you have said, and you have seen the benefits on an international, regional, right here in Grenada. What is your vision for electric vehicles in Grenada?
Of course, you've touched so many things there. I think just to re-emphasize the point that you make in terms of the cost benefits. Right now, I don't know how much persons are still aware of the incentives that we have, and I know perhaps maybe yourself and Smithy was promoting it all day, but we have 100% concession on fully electric vehicles and 75% concession on hybrids, which means that even if you might get a vehicle that is a used vehicle from the markets outside, it is still all more economical for you to invest in either a hybrid and or an electric vehicle. So we are promoting that. So by doing so, I think that my ultimate vision for Grenada is to ensure that we can have a clean environment whereby our persons will not get, our constituents and our country will not get left behind in terms of what is happening internationally. We have seen so many benefits that can be derived for the environment in having these types of vehicles. As you know, thankfully, this government has placed a policy in place. We've had the 10-year ban on imported vehicles. Now we have reduced the age to 5 years. And so this is a move not only to protect the environment and to protect illegal dumping of these used vehicles into third world countries, but it's an opportunity for you to place your investments elsewhere. Buy a home as a young person. Invest in your education. Do other things. Ensure that you're healthy, protecting yourself and your families. So for me, the ultimate goal is to ensure that Grenada stands as a beacon. It's outstanding in the Caribbean region as the first Caribbean country to be 100% renewable. We have quite an ambitious target in our nationally determined contribution document that states that we're looking towards 100% renewable energy penetration by 2035. Quite ambitious, but I definitely think that we can get there. Of course, having gone to so many countries and so many conferences, you would realize that sometimes what is happening on the outside is not really the context of where you are at as a country. So it's an opportunity for me to grow more and to ensure that whatever we're implementing here is actually fit for context and fit for our country and our purpose. So my dream is to see us no landfill, no perseverance, no Dumfries landfill, 100% recycled, renewable, and going well in that direction.
Thank you so much, Minister.
Thank you.
Give you the chance to go see the booths and, test drive and see everything.
I test drive already. I'm owning one next. Hi, I'm fine. How are you doing? Thank you.
That one was, anyway, it was expensive in China. This one is a taxi, so it's relatively cheap in China. So I have to tell you anyway, buy a electric vehicle, be either this or that. Because the features, top tier. Top tier.
Because that was a question we keep having. Everybody keeps saying 100% concession, but the cost is just
But that's the thing. A vehicle like this would cost you $200 and something thousand comfortably. But the duties bring it down. The one that Huggins have is $100 and something thousand. And it's a Hyundai. So the concession brought the prices down. Right? What I want to recommend to the government is I want to bring it, when they bring this vehicle in bulk at 10, give them an extra 50%. So make a 150% concession so the prices will go down. Yeah. Yep.
Because of that, a lot of people still stuck in the under 50,000 price range.
Yes.
They buy a Bezel, they buy a Ignis, because of what they could afford.
Definitely, I'm looking at either this one or that one. I'll tell you the truth. Yeah.
And what is the life of a battery for one of these vehicles?
I'm not entirely sure, but that's a good question. That's a good question. But the thing about it is the batteries could change. They could change, yeah. If they come with a faulty battery, you can get it changed. I was having an invoice, eh?
No problem.
No, hold this one.
All right. World EV Day 2025. We are here at the Esplanade Mall Courtyard. Yours truly, Dwight Sampson, and I have been chatting with a few people, a few businesses, a few EV vehicle agents here on Grenada. We have a number of vehicles here, but right now we have a testimony. Come on this side, right by me here, so. Right by me here, so. Yep. And we're talking to that camera there. Yeah. So, first give us your name.
Tony Belmar.
No, you have to hold.
Tony Belmont.
All right, Mr. Belmont. So tell us a little bit. You own an electric vehicle, right?
I do.
So how long have you owned an electric vehicle?
5 months.
Right. So tell us about your experience.
It's fantastic.
Oh. That's put this thing on. Right. There we go. So tell us a little bit about your experience with electric vehicle.
Fantastic. You're talking about power, it's there. You're talking about economy, it's there as well. Compared to ICE vehicle, the economy is right there. It's like, from my rudimentary tests, I'm seeing it's like a quarter of the cost involved in operation for gas.
Right.
And I can't complain that those two alone, in my opinion, is sufficient to sway anybody over from gasoline engines.
Wow. So tell us about the reliability. The comfort, the specs of your vehicle. Give us a little.
Well, I can't speak yet for reliability because I only had it for 5 months.
Right. But so far?
So far, no problems at all.
Great. And in terms of the specs and so on?
Yeah, the specs, you see my height. It's the one I bought is a wee bit too small. Not too small. Small for my liking, but it's adequate. Everything else surpasses that.
Wonderful. So would you encourage persons to make that conversion from the ICE vehicle to EV?
I definitely would from my experience.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Mr. Belma. Appreciate your testimonies.
You're welcome.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Thanks.
Reliable and
PA Rentals and Event Supplies.
So we are from since 1 p.m. It is now 4:43 p.m. It's been an exciting journey. It's been an exciting afternoon. We have shown you what we have to offer in terms of electric vehicles. We've shown you the range. We've shown you the tax, the prices. We talked to the people in the banks, the credit union, and so we want to bring the curtains down on this leg of the Saturday, 9 a.m. Coming down the eastern corridor, showing you the resilience, we're showing you the power, we're showing you the speed of EV all over Grenada on a single. It's been a good afternoon.
Of course, we want to recognize all of the folks who have made this really possible. We had an organizing committee that was led by Mr. Chris Alexis. You have seen him moving around here in the brainchild, and the chief coordinator of all of the successes we've had today. We also want to recognize Mr. David Bartholomew, the CEO of the Grenada Transport Corporation, for the tremendous support. We also want to recognize the support from the Ministry of Transportation and Infrastructure Development and the PSA, PS Alva Brown. We want to recognize our own Permanent Secretary Karen Johnson, who has been a strong supporter of this initiative as well. The other members of the organizing committee, we want to say a special thank you for your very hard work. But all of this could not have been possible without the stakeholders who are here today, and so we want to recognize them as well. So we want to recognize the Grenada Transport Corporation, the Ministry of Transport, the dealers, Huggins Automotive, Spice Isle Automotive, Solutions, Vintage Taxi and Tours, Ride Excursion and Tours, Green Power and Hail Up, and of course the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission. We also thank you to the financial institutions that have been here with us for the entire day. Ariza Credit Union, the Grenada Cooperative Bank, ACB Grenada Limited, the Grenada Development Bank, and the Republic Bank Grenada Limited. We thank all of you financial institutions for coming forward and letting the public know of the financial offers that you have for persons wanting to purchase EVs. And so we look forward to bigger and better business and more EVs on our road. Ladies and gentlemen, all this is important for us from the ministry because our drive is to transform the transportation sector in Grenada by promoting electric vehicles with lower emissions, with less noise, greater efficiency, lower inputs on our fuel bills, and for a cleaner and greener environment for all of us to thrive in. And so we say a special thank you to the Royal Grenada Police Force for being here and for assisting us and for granting the permission, to the management of Grenada, the operators of the mall, we say a special thank you, to our caterers, our drivers of the ministry, and all those who have contributed. And finally, we want to say a special thank you to our dear and honorable minister who has been the key driver behind all of the initiatives of the ministry. And she has been here today to distinguish us with her presence. And we are truly grateful for the contribution and support received from the honorable minister. And so, we're going to put a wrap on it. We're going to be back next year for sure. But again, we want to remind everybody who owns an EV or who drives an EV to join us on Saturday, beginning from the ministerial complex, going up the eastern corridor through St. Patrick, and down the western corridor back to St. George. We're offering free charging for all those who register for the event and who are desirous of having the charging. You can get the charge before you go on the motorcade or after the motorcade once you register with us. We're also going to be providing T-shirts and meals throughout the day for the persons who are registered for the motorcade.
Definitely. So, once again, we want to say thank you so much for joining us here at the Esplanade Courtyard for the celebration of World Electric Vehicle Day. I'm Dwight Sampson, wishing you all the best. See you on Saturday. Remember, we're around the island, up the west, down the east. And so we want to say thank you so much for joining us. For all the persons who have come out and they were part of this exercise, they saw the vehicles. Thank you so much for joining us. For all of the agents that were here, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
We always leave the best for last. So Blue Bubbles, for all of the infrastructure, the tents, the sound, the DJs. We say a special thank you to Blue Bubbles for the accommodating facilities.
And of course, our dear DJ Gus, thank you so much for keeping us entertained, keeping us alive. Once again, I'm Dwight Sampson. Thank you so much for joining us. All the best. Signing.
Next thing you're going to be busy.